Anne-François-Louis Janmot was a French painter and poet. Early years. Janmot was born in Lyon of Catholic parents who were deeply religious. He was extremely moved by the death of his brother in 1823 and his sisters in 1829. He became a student at the Royal College of Lyon where he met Frédéric Ozanam and other followers of his philosophy professor, Abbé Noirot. In 1831 he was admitted to the École des Beaux-Arts de Lyon and a year later, he won the highest honor, the Golden Laurel. In 1833, he came to Paris to take painting lessons from Victor Orsel and Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres. With other Lyon painters, he entered the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. In 1835, he went to Rome with Claudius Laverne, Jean-Baptiste Frenet and other students and met Hippolyte Flandrin. After his return to Lyon in 1836, Janmot would attract the attention of critics of the Salon de Paris in conducting large-scale paintings with religious inspirations such as the Resurrection of the Son of the Widow of Nain, a Christ in Gethsemane. After 1845, he attracted the interest of Charles Baudelaire with his painting Flower of the Fields that allowed him to access to the Salon of 1846. Théophile Gautier was impressed by his portrait of Lacordaire, but the failure of his poem of the soul at the Universal Exhibition of 1855 disappointed him. In December of that year he married Léonie St. Paulet, from a noble family in Carpentras. In 1856, Janmot obtained a commission to paint a fresco representing the Last Supper for the Church of St. Polycarp. Other orders followed, including the decoration of the dome of the Church of St. Francis de Sales and for the town hall that had been renovated by his friend the architect T. Desjardins. He was then appointed professor at the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris and Toulon. Surprisingly, Janmot moved to Paris in 1861 after having been promised a commission for the Church of St. Augustine, but this project was abandoned 3 years later. In experiencing significant family and financial problems, Janmot accepted a professorship at the Dominican School of Arcueil. At the time, in his home in Bagnoud, he made many portraits of the members of his family. After the birth of her 7th child in August 1870, his wife died in Bagnoud. While the Prussian troops approached and occupied his home, he fled to Algiers with his stepfather and made landscape paintings. He returned in June of the following year in Paris and led solitary life. His house in Bagnoud had been looted. In 1878, he produced a fresco in the chapel of the Franciscans in the Holy Land, but this work was followed by any further order. Faced with family and increasing financial problems, Janmot came to Toulon, and despite some orders, Rosaire, martyrdom of Saint Christine, he lived a retired life. He finished the second part of the poem of the soul that the patron and former industrial Félix Thiollier was willing to publish. In 1885, Janmot married a former student, Antoinette Carrot, and returned to Lyon. He made charcoal drawings on the theme of the underworld, which can be regarded as a kind of continuation of the poem of the soul, including Purgatory and the End of Time. In 1887 was published in Lyon and Paris an over 500-page book entitled Opinion of an Artist on Art and includes articles previously written by Janmot. He died 5 years later at the age of 78. Art style. Janmot has been seen as a transitional figure between Romanticism and Symbolism, prefiguring the French part of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. His work was admired by Pavis de Chavannes, Odilon Redon, and Maurice Denis. Like Jean-Hippolyte Flandrin, another painter from Lyon and student of Ingres, Janmot carried out many commissions for church decorations. In his paintings the immaculate finish of Ingres was combined with a mysticism that has parallels in the work of his contemporaries the Nazarenes, and the Pre-Raphaelites. Works: Poem of the Soul. His most significant work, a cycle of 18 paintings and 16 drawings, with verse, called Poem of the Soul, occupied him for 40 years. Other works: Self-Portrait, Musée des Beaux-Arts de Lyon, Le Christ au Jardin des Oliviers, Musée des Beaux-Arts de Lyon, Flower of the Fields, Musée des Beaux-Arts de Lyon, L'Assomption de la Vierge, Musée d'Art Moderne de Saint-Étienne, Henry Lacordaire, Musée National du Château de Versailles de Trianon. Bibliographie: Elizabeth Hardouin Fugia, Le Poème de l'Ami par Louis Janmot, Le Tailandry, Châtillon-sur-Chalaronne, 2007. Wolfgang Drost, Elizabeth Hardouin Fugia, Louis Janmot, Precursor du Symbolisme, see Winter, Heidelberg 1994. Elizabeth Hardouin Fugia, Louis Janmot, 1814–1892, Presses Universitaires de Lyon, Lyon 1981. Louis Janmot, Opinion d'un artiste sur l'art, Witten Amp, Père Russell, Lyon 1887. Jane Turner, From Monet to Cézanne, late 19th century French artists. Grove Art, New York, Street Martins Press. Sylvie Ramond, Gerard Briere et Elia Couternay Widecker, Le Temps de la Peinture, Lyon 1800–1914, Phage Editions, Lyon 335p.